and welcome to WQLN PBS. I am Miss Heather, and this is Twiggle. We were just pretending that we were in space and that we were astronauts. It was fun, wasn't it? Can I take this off of you? Sorry, we're gonna take this off. How is everyone today? I just love teaching preschool because I want everybody in my class to feel like part of a school family, don't we? We do. And I hope that today you feel like part of our school family. I want to talk about space today. That's what we were just playing, wasn't it? It was. And I got some really cool things to show you. Twiggle, I'm gonna put you down, but I want you to still pay attention because you're gonna learn a lot today, okay? All right, I'm gonna put you down. First of all, did you see this cool astronaut helmet? Isn't that cool? And look at, and I even have this cool astronaut jacket that's in my classroom for the kids to play with. Isn't it cool? It looks like something that an astronaut would wear. We're gonna learn so much about space today, but we're gonna talk about an astronaut. And an astronaut is someone who studies very, very hard in school to be a scientist, and they want to be a space engineer. And it's such an amazing job. And I'm gonna teach you about someone so amazing and so important today. And her name is Mae Jemison. And I even have a special book about her. And she was the very first African-American woman to go into space. It's amazing. So we're gonna read this story later. But I wanted to show you some pictures. I wanted to show you pictures of Mae Jemison, the astronaut, when she was just a little girl. Look at her. She was born in 1956 in Alabama, and she has one brother, I think his name is Charles, and one sister named Ada, but she is the youngest. Wasn't she so cute? That's her when she was little. When she grew up, she went to space as an astronaut. But when she was little, she moved. When she was only 3 years old, she moved with her family to Chicago. And do you know what? Even when she was a little girl, when she was 3 years old, she told her mom and dad that she wanted to be an astronaut and go to space. So she went to college in Stanford for being a scientist when she was 16 years old. Most people don't go to college till they're 17 or 18 after high school, and she was so smart, they let her go early. Isn't that amazing? And she was a really good student in school, and she got really good grades, and she worked really hard because she wanted to go to space. But before she went to space in 1993, she joined the Peace Corps to go help other people in another country called Liberia, which I think is just so amazing. But right when she was done doing that, look at what Mae did. Mae went into NASA, and she was going to go on a very special spaceship. Look at how cool she looks in her spacesuit. Isn't that cool? She went on the spaceship Endeavour, and she went around the Earth 8 days. 8 days she went around the Earth 127 times. So we're gonna pretend like this is Earth. This is a globe of our planet Earth. And here's my rocket. She went around the Earth. She orbited Earth 127 times. Wouldn't that be amazing? And she was the first African-American woman who got to do it. It's amazing, so amazing. Then when she was all done being an astronaut, she is now 64 years old, and she's helping other countries with technology. She's not an astronaut anymore. Now she's a scientist, and she's helping people all over the world to get better technology in their neighborhoods. but I wanted to show you a few cool things. So the astronauts, here's a picture of her spaceship that she was on. Isn't that amazing? And here's our planets back here. And this is Earth. This is where we live. And she flew around Earth in the spaceship 127 times in 8 days, learning about space. But I wanted to tell you, when you go to space, you don't have to wear your spacesuit in space. This is just for when you're going on your ride and you're going up into space, you have to wear a special helmet, special gloves, a special visor to protect your eyes, and special boots, and you have oxygen in a little tank that helps you to breathe. But once you get up into space, you can just wear any old clothes that you have. And you know what? They have to bring extra clothes. Do you know why? They have to bring extra clothes because there's not a washing machine up there in space, in the spaceship. So they have to bring some extra clothes to try on. And guess what else? There's no bath. There is no bath in space because the water won't run. You can't turn on a spigot. So you have to take wet towels and put them in bags, and you can wash with a wet towel. Use hand sanitizer to wash your hands. And guess what else? Oh, you want to listen? All right. Twiggle wants to listen to this part. Come here. You're not going to believe this. Are you ready for this? When you're in space, there is no gravity. And gravity is what makes your feet touch the floor. When you're in space, there is no gravity, so you float like a balloon. Isn't that crazy? So if you need to go potty, you even have to put your seatbelt on so that you don't float off the potty while you're going potty. Isn't that crazy? You just float around. When you sleep, you got to get in the sleeping bag, and you got to put the strap on you so that you won't float out of your sleeping bag, just like a balloon. Isn't that funny? I think it's so funny. But what I wanted to show you today is when you go to space, they have special food that they eat. Now, they might take some bread with them for a sandwich, okay? And they might take some fruit, like a banana or an apple, and some nuts. But if they want a good meal, like for breakfast, if they want to have eggs and bacon, they don't have an oven to cook it in, do they? No. So guess what I bought today? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? I got to put you down, though, because I'm going to need to get some hot water, okay? Okay. Wait till you see what I got. I found some astronaut food. Some food that astronauts eat. And on here, it says scrambled eggs and bacon. Now, it's crunchy. So it says to open it up. All right, I'm going to open it up. And it says, carefully add, oh, you're not going to believe this. Carefully add, I think I'm going to do it in this bowl so you can see it. Wait till you see. This is space food. This is what they say the eggs look like. Look at, that is not what our eggs look like. Look at, it's hard. And there's little pieces of bacon in there. But it said that if you add 1 cup of hot water, so I'm going to add only 1 cup of hot water. I already heated it up. And it says to stir it up and stir it up. And it says to let stand for 4 minutes. So you know what? At the end of our fun today, we're gonna check on this. And you know what? It smells like bacon and eggs. We're gonna check on this at the end of our fun today, and we're gonna see if this astronaut food really turns into bacon and eggs. Right now, I don't think it really looks like bacon and eggs, but we're gonna check on it. So isn't that amazing? It's just so amazing that astronauts get to go into space. They take their spaceship and they go up into space, and once they get up into space and they're away from the Earth and they're flying around here, there's no gravity. That's when they start to float. Here is the sun. Look how big the sun is. And this is where we live. This is Earth. So the astronauts flew around our planet 127 times in their rocket in 8 days. Mae Jemison, she is amazing. Let's read a story and learn more about her. Hi guys, I have a great book. Guess who it's about? It's who we've been talking about all day today. It's about Mae Jemison, the little girl who wanted so much to grow up to be an astronaut, and she did it. She worked so hard and studied so hard in school, and she went to space. This is called Mae Among the Stars. And it's written by Rhoda Ahmed and illustrated by Stasia Burrington. Let's read about Mae. I can't wait. Look at the stars on the very first page. And there, look at the letter O is our planet. That's planet Earth that she went around. Little Mae was a dreamer. They say that daydreamers never succeed, but little Mae was different. Look at her. She's dreaming. Laying in the grass, dreaming. What do you think she's dreaming about? Oh, maybe it's space. One day, Mae was working on an assignment for school about what she wanted to be when she grew up. What will you tell them, Mae? Well, I will tell them I want to see Earth. She wants to see Earth. This is Earth, Mae, her mom said. The flowers, the grass, the forest, and the mountains, we live on Earth. I know, but I want to see Earth from out there. Look at, and she points to the sky and the moon. That's an amazing plan, little Mae. Then you have to become an astronaut. That way, you can see Earth from space. Astronaut? Do you think I can do that? What do you think? Do you think Mae can do that? Of course you can. If you can dream it, if you believe it and work hard for it, anything is possible. See, her mom is showing her and telling her that if she works hard, she can do it. Mae asked her mom to take her to the library, and she searched for books about space and astronauts. That was a good idea. She can learn more by reading books about it. After dinner, Mae drew pictures of space, and she even made her own astronaut costume out of an old orange curtain and cardboard boxes. Look how awesome it turned out. Isn't that awesome? She has a great imagination. Later, she asked her dad, "But how do I become an astronaut? It seems impossible." You will find your way, Mae, because if you dream it, believe in it, and work hard for it, anything is possible. But space is so far away. It's closer than you think, little Mae, and you may get there sooner than you think. You see, she's got a telescope. A telescope is something you can look in, and it brings the stars closer to you so you can see them easier. That night, Mae had a happy dream. She was dancing in space, surrounded by billions of sparkling stars. Below her, she could see Earth floating and turning like a shining crystal ball. Look at her dream. She's dreaming that she's an astronaut. She really wanted to be an astronaut. She was even dreaming about it. The next morning, May told her parents about her dream. She wanted to tell everyone, and every time she talked about it, her eyes would light up. Why would her eyes light up? They'd light up because she was happy. It made her happy to talk about space. She loved it that much. In the classroom, Miss Bell told everyone to stand in line on the rug. Today, the teacher said, we are all going to share our dreams about the future. What do you want to be, and what do you want to do when you grow up? Who wants to go first? The first little boy said, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a teacher. Football player. I want to be a mom. What do you think May said? What do you think she said? She said, I want to go to space. I want to be an astronaut. All the kids started laughing. Miss Bell asked, May, are you sure you don't want to be a nurse? Nursing would be a good profession for someone like you. That's not what she wants to be, though. That wasn't very kind, was it? She doesn't want to be a nurse. She wants to be an astronaut. And I don't think the kid should have laughed at her. That was not kind, was it? She's allowed to have her own dreams. I don't want to be a nurse, she said. I want to be an astronaut. Good for you, May. She says, this is what I want to do. May felt very disappointed. On her way home from school, May was quiet. She looked out the car window. Her world turned blue and cold. Nothing was the way it used to be. Look how sad she looks. I think she's feeling sad because everyone laughed at her and said maybe she should be something different, but she really, really wants to be an astronaut. At home, May started crying. Miss Bell said I can't become an astronaut. Oh, what a silly thing to say, said her mother. She told me I should be a nurse instead, said May. Her mom wiped her tears. My dear May, I hope you didn't believe her. Of course I believed her. She's my teacher, said May. I'm sorry Miss Bell didn't encourage you, but she can't stop you. No one can stop you. Follow your dream, May, and go to space. So Mommy said, don't you worry. If you want to go to space, you do it. You just got to work hard, right? Thank you, Mom. I promise when I get to space, I will wave to you and Dad from the spaceship. Now she's happy. She's getting excited again because her mom and dad said, you can do it if you want to. Her mom took her hand and they started dancing. You must always repeat to yourself, if I can dream it, if you believe in it, and if you work hard for it, anything is possible. May went on dreaming, believing, and working really hard. And guess what? She went to space, and she waved to her mom and dad on Earth. Her dreams came true because she worked so hard. The end. Gosh, that was a great book, May Among the Stars. So let's think about this book for a minute, which I loved. At the very beginning of the book, she was just a little girl. Remember, she was daydreaming. And she said, when I grow up, I want to be an astronaut. And her mom and dad kept saying, what were the words that they kept saying to her? Let me find it. If you dream it, if you believe in it, and work hard for it, anything is possible. So they kept telling her that. But then that one day in the middle of the story, that one day, The teacher wanted all the kids to stand up in front of the class and say what they wanted to be when they grew up. And when May said she wanted to be an astronaut, they laughed at her and told her she should try to be something else, like maybe a nurse. And it really hurt her feelings. So she went home and told her mom, and her mom said, hey, if you can dream it and you can believe in it and work hard for it, you can do it. And guess what? At the end of the story, what did May do? At the very end of the story, May went to space. I think that's amazing. And remember, I have May's picture right here. There she is in her spacesuit going on the spaceship Endeavour. Here is that spaceship. She is in that spaceship right there in that picture, going to space. So you know what? When she was just a little girl and she had that dream to go to space, just as a little girl, she believed in it and she worked hard, and guess what? She did it. So if you want to grow up to be an astronaut or a doctor or a nurse or a construction worker or a baker or a teacher, if you work hard and you believe in it, it is possible. Hello. For today's home activity, I thought it would be really fun to make planet Earth. That is where Mae Jemison, the astronaut, all the astronauts that were on there, was Earth. That's the planet that we live on. Wouldn't it be fun to make planet Earth? I'm going to show you how. The only thing that you're going to need to do this is a paper plate, and if you don't have a paper plate, you can even cut a circle out of a white piece of paper. I have a tray just for easy cleanup, but if you don't have a tray, that's okay. And I also, just to make it easy to clean up, if you have a piece of wax paper, you can put a piece of wax paper down to make easy cleanup. You're gonna need shaving cream, blue paint for the water that we see on our planet, and green paint for the land that you see on our planet. I have a craft stick. If you don't have a craft stick, you can use anything. You could probably even use a spoon, but I have a craft stick, and then I also have some paper towels to clean up. So let me show you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna even push my sleeves up. This is fun. So you get some shaving cream, and you put it on your tray. You can put as much as you want, okay? Now who doesn't want to play in some shaving cream, right? Then I'm going to sprinkle some green paint into my shaving cream. That's going to be the land on our planet, the green, the grass and the trees. And the blue is going to be the oceans, okay? Now, I'm gonna take my stick and I'm gonna stir this up a little bit. Doesn't that look cool? You can stir it up as much as you want. I think that looks pretty good. Can you see that? Now, I'm gonna use a paper plate, but remember, if you don't have a paper plate, you can just use a circle of white paper. And now I'm gonna push it down into the paint and the shaving cream, okay? So I'm gonna push it down. Okay, see what it looks like? The shaving cream and the paint are under my plate. And I'm gonna make sure that it is covered. Then, I'm going to lift it up. And I have a mess right now. Do you see my mess I have? I'm going to take my stick and I'm going to get all of that shaving cream off. I'm using washable paint, which I would recommend. Then I'm gonna take a paper towel, wash my hands off too. But I'm going to wipe off any of the leftover paint and leftover shaving cream. And ta-da, I made a planet. And it looks like planet Earth, doesn't it? Now I have enough here that I could even do another one. So you know what? We're gonna do one more. I think I'm gonna leave this just like this. And I'm gonna push this down again. Is there another planet that's blue and green? Neptune and Uranus are too, but I think I'm gonna make another Earth. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up. Look how messy it is. Now we've got to scrape it off. Scrape it off. Kind of feels like you're shaving off the shaving cream. Get your paper towel. Oh, they turned out so different. That's what's so fun, is they can all look very different. And I made planet Earth. Pretty cool, isn't it? I hope you get a chance to give it a try too. Just let it dry, you can hang it up, and you've got your own planets. I hope you have fun. If you need to look at the instructions again, look at on WQLN PBS, Learning at Home, and our activities will be posted. I had so much fun learning about Mae Jemison today and talking about astronauts and space. Real quick before we go though, guess what? It really did turn into scrambled eggs and bacon. So our astronaut food turned out, isn't that crazy? So they can have eggs and bacon while they're in space. I hope you guys had a great time today, and I know you learned a lot today too, didn't you? I hope that you felt a little bit like our school family today, and we loved having you. And you need to remember something. You need to keep reading and keep learning and keep watching WQLN PBS, where learning is brought to life. And you know what? You could become an astronaut, couldn't they? Yes, they could. You can be anything you want to be. Until next time, goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, Twinkle.